luxe lovers, welcome or welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. Well, as you can see, this is no ordinary setup. We are in my Paris hotel room, and this is day one of my Paris unboxing. This might become a bit of a rambly type video, so I'll put timestamps below to help you out to navigate. But there's a lot to talk about and some learnings that I had that were surprising. So I'll start from the beginning. First, I want to do a huge shout out to the Westin Vendôme. I arrived on a red-eye flight early morning on a Monday, and I got into the hotel, say about 8:45 in the morning, and one of the front desk people very, very kindly and generously upgraded me to a junior suite, even though I had booked just a simple superior suite on points. So the fact that I have this huge room with like a living area and beautiful balconies is absolutely amazing to me. So I'm so grateful. He made my trip absolutely wonderful, and it feels like a home away from home. And so I was able to kind of wash myself up and then go straight out. I grabbed a coffee at a nearby coffee shop named Noir, and then I lined up, I want to say about 10:15 outside of the Hermès, and just waited for a few minutes before they opened. I heard that there was kind of essays waiting at the ready for people, and I do think that that was true, but I hightailed it upstairs to the second floor because I wanted to start in fine jewelry, because my strategy here was to see if I could make a good connection and go for one of the highest priced areas. I found out that the essays can't necessarily follow you around the whole store, but I did start out the conversation saying, hey, I'm interested in items from a few different categories, can you help? And so the person I spoke with first could only do fine jewelry and some housewares and silks. So I worked with her, and then she handed me over to another essay. Spoiler alert, none of these are bags, except for the Goyard piece, which I'm so excited to also be unboxing. And so when I was in the Hermès waiting for her to come back with some pieces, I actually logged onto their Wi-Fi and I put in my entry for the lottery. I actually put FSH specifically because I did think that they have the most stock. So fingers crossed that tomorrow I'll have a better story and a quota bag unboxing. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna start sharing the pieces. As you can see, there's a lot of these beautiful boxes, and I don't think I'll be able to bring all of the boxes home, so I just might like unbox some things and put it in my suitcase. But I did bring a beautiful hard-sided luggage carry-on that I got specifically for this trip, and I'm definitely, given all this stuff, going to have to check that bag on the way back. And I put an expandable bag in my carry-on, so I'll just use that duffel bag as my carry-on. So let's begin. First we'll start with this, and I just want to do a shout out with how beautiful this ribbon is. It says, in the spirit of the Faubourg, Hermès 2024, and it's also in French, so l'esprit de Faubourg as well, so hopefully you can see that. Beautiful, beautiful ribbon. I'm usually not sentimental about this type of stuff, but this ribbon is so special that I will definitely save it. So here we go. I will do this unboxing. And as you can see, it is branded specifically for the Apple Watch, but it is not an Apple Watch. So this is not suede, but it feels like a suede type material. And hopefully you can see in here, I'll take it out. So this is an Apple Watch double tour band in the color Vert Criquet and palladium hardware. And as you guys know, that matches perfectly with the bag, the mini Roulet that the Beauty Luxe Lover bought me last December. So I am so excited. As you know, I love everything double tour. And so the fact that they had this Apple Watch band in a double tour in Vert Criquet to match my palladium hardware, it was just a no-brainer. So I'm so excited to be able to use this. And also, as you know, I wear this all the time. So I'm hoping that this will be much more of a use item and I can just kind of keep it on for like days or weeks at a time. On the back, it has the Hermès stamp. So beautiful, beautiful accessory. And I'll also put some pictures of what it looks like on my wrist. But as you know, I do have a small wrist. This worked well on the shortest length available. And also she said that she could punch more holes into it if needed, but we didn't need to go that far. Here's the next item, again with that beautiful ribbon. Here. And surprise, surprise, this is the special triangle shawl in the color green in the Jungle Love print. So I will open this right up, but I have to admit, as soon as I saw this, it just checked so many boxes. I have a whole video dedicated to all my shawls, that rhymes, and I have so many shawls, but when I saw this combo, it was just like, all right, I just need to buy this. And here you can see, it's the triangle. It has the leopard, so you can have leopard print. To me, this just is so perfect. And actually, this is my first triangle shawl, which is nice because it is half of what the 120 by 120 shawls are, or 140 by 140. I forget what their measurements are. But the nice thing about that is usually you have to fold your whole square shawl into a triangle for a certain ways to tie it, but this takes out half of that bulk. So I actually like the fact that it's much lighter. So again, you can just very quickly tie it. And this is one where I will just start using this immediately, like tomorrow, because it's so light. It's so beautiful here, but I think in the morning, it will be nice to have a little scarf around the neck. Très chic. The hotel person is gonna think I'm crazy because I'm gonna leave so many of these Hermès boxes. Also, just as a note, this is what I wore to Hermès on day one, a very simple Athleta dress made out of a technical fabric, so if I was sweating, I wouldn't sweat too much. I have my Vert Cypress belt with my Constance buckle, and I have my Vert Cypress double tour Be Happy, and I have my Kelly chain and my Chandonka ring. And I also wore my Hermès Evelyn TPM to show them that I am a big fan of the brand. All right, so next we have this little box, and if you are an Hermès lover, you will know what is probably in here. And it is, here it is, the Hermès Chandonka ring in sterling silver. I always resisted this for such a long time, but in Paris, it is so affordable and you get the VAT back that I just thought that this was a really no-brainer piece. I actually came in asking for a pair of earrings, which they didn't have, and I was, I guess, surprised that they didn't have it in the flagship. But this is just a beautiful, timeless piece. This is in the size 48, and that is pretty small. But again, I have small fingers, and I felt like I could wear it on my pointer finger on my right hand. As you can see, I do like to mix my metals. I can also wear it on my left hand, and the silver kind of goes with my palladium ring set. So I could wear it like that, or that. I really love the versatility. So I also will be interested in stacking this ring. So it's about time that I added it to my collection. All right, here is an unexpected piece that I'm so excited to share. Oh, it smells so nice. Here we go. It is the notebook cover in Vert Vertigo, I think Togo leather. I'm gonna have to check. I'll put it below. But OMG, guys, I was so excited. This is the first time I've ever bought one of the notebook covers, and I think it's upside down. I think it goes like this. So as you know, I just opened up my Kelly 25 in Vert Vertigo, and when I walked into Hermès, it was like a sea of green, and I went crazy and nuts on these people. I was like, oh my gosh, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? And unlike in the States where you have to wait forever for something like this, or you might never see something like this, she's like, oh yeah, I just have one in the back. And so they just like open up the drawers and start showing you stuff. So, I mean, it smells divine. I can't stop smelling it. And if you open it up, it's kind of just like a very raw piece of leather with strategic snaps. But I will use this for work for sure. And she also had the little one in Bare Vertigo, but I wanted the bigger one because I do think that I can legitimately use that for work. So love that. And also, hopefully you can see it, it has the Hermès Fleur de Sel, I think is what it's called, the logo on the silver buttons. It has that beautiful snap, and it does have like a little tab down here of Hermès made in Paris, and the artisan's code is right there. So super beautiful. I'd love to know if any of you guys have this, how you like it, what you use it for, because again, I've been shopping the brand for so many years, and this is my first notebook cover. This one might actually stay in the box because I'm not ready to like have it get wrinkled yet, but my plan is to not baby it. All right, so then this will be a fairly quick one. This one's very heavy. And actually, as you can see, it has the flush edges. So if I were to look at this, if someone were to give this to me, I would have thought it was like a fine jewelry necklace. But no, let's see what's inside. It is the Hermès notebook refill. So what an interesting box. It like opens up like a book. As you can see, it has a hinge, so it actually doesn't come out. I might actually keep this box because it's so different. And then if you take out this, oh, and what's weird is like, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a little textured. I thought that maybe some of the pages got wet, but it's gonna make for an interesting like writing experience. Yeah, you can see it's like textured in a way. That's all I can say. It looks like it was wet, but now it's dry. And then on the back, it has the two snaps that will snap right into that leather. So awesome. I had to get the set and I had to stop at one because I'm sure that there's probably some like other type of refill out there. And then here is really one of the big things that I was coming for. To me, it's almost worth a trip just to get one of these babies. So let's open it up and I'll share the story. It is, ooh, my Constance to Go wallet in gold on gold Epsom leather. I love this, and I have been wanting a Constance to Go for such a long time. This was definitely on my wish list, and I just love the gold on gold color. And interestingly enough, this is my first piece in the actual Hermès gold because my Birkin 35 is actually in the Barinia Faubourg leather in the color Fauve. So I really didn't think I had anything in gold. So here we are. It is awesome. And guys, these just like are readily available. Now, they might not have it on the day that you're asking, but if they do, I feel like they'll just give you one. Whereas this is like a special piece that I put in a request for in my new boutique, and I'm still waiting to this day for one. So it's super hardy, and you open it up much like you do the regular Constance, and I can't wait to use this. Oh, it has this felt, which is very nice, and it has a pouch inside with the strap. So I'll deal with that later. But as you can see, it has what feels like calf skin on the inside. It's very much like my actual Constance Mini, which I have at home. Like the two pieces of leather aren't glued to each other, probably so they can give. And so here is the little stamp. And it actually opens up quite wide. Look at that. You have plenty of card holders. You have this back pocket. You have the beautiful zipper that has the H on the end of it. And then the front pocket. And also a back pocket if you want to put your tips in there for cash or receipts. So I love this, and I just think it is so much safer to travel with this rather than say my Evelyn TPM, because even the Evelyn still has that top part that's not closed or zipped. So I will probably start wearing this tomorrow in Paris, and maybe I'll wear it like backwards so that no one even knows it's Hermès. But I'm so excited that they had this. And I was basically like, oh yeah, do you have one of these? Because I need something safe to travel with. So I don't know if that made the difference, but it was just a very utilitarian purchase. And then if we open this up, let's see how this comes. We have the cool strap with the little slots. So I will put that in and put pictures, or maybe I'll do mod shots, but it is like a more of a square type ring. But I am so happy that I finally got this, and I feel like I don't need another Constance, but I love it. I just think this is so practical, and for all of you regulars out there who are like, why didn't you ask for a green? Well, I specifically didn't want green because if I'm going to use this as a travel piece, I don't want to necessarily stand out, and I just got my Kelly 25. I wanted to like slow my roll with the green and just have this be a very blendable neutral piece that I could wear and not like draw attention to myself basically. But she did say that she had one in Vera Vertigo with gold hardware, I think, and I'm like literally thinking, do I go back and ask for that too? Because maybe they won't sell it, I don't know, but maybe that's a little too greedy. And lastly, I'll open up my Goyard piece, and I'd have to say, ever since I did my birthday unboxing, I have really loved my green St. Louis PM tote. Like I use that a lot when I go to the bakery or when I go out for errands. So I had my eye on other Goyard pieces and I bought one today. So we'll open up this little thing. And I can do a whole chit chat video about my experience at Goyard. In fact, I probably will. I got crazy, stupid good footage of the Goyard inside the Paris store. You guys will not believe. Your eyeballs are gonna fall out because there's prices, there's merchandising, and I will put that up. So anyway, this will be fairly quick. Overall, I don't think they were rude, but I felt like they were busy. And so when they're busy, they're just like cranking through customers as fast as they can. I was assigned to a gentleman and he helped me. He showed me a couple pieces. I picked this one and then he was like off to help other people. So they're just like running off of a well-oiled machine. So there's some tissue paper, and here is the dust bag. And I got the Goyard Bohème Hobo. And again, you're gonna say, Beauty Looks Lover, what are you doing? All these neutrals. But I went crazy with my other green tote that for this one, again, I wanted to go more neutral. So I'm definitely leaning in to the browns and the blacks on this trip, but I just thought this was so good. I love it as a neutral piece, and I also love the fact that I can zip it, whereas I can't zip the St. Louis PM. So the fact that this is a lot more secure, I love that. And in fact, I might start using this on this trip. I don't know. So maybe I'll bust out my new Hermès and my new Goyard tomorrow. I feel so much more secure knowing that I can zip it and it just goes over my shoulder. It just feels so good. And I love a good hobo. I also took a look at their overnight bag, and that was about $28.50 or something like that. Or if you want the 50 centimeter size, that's 3,000 euro. So not as crazy as what I thought it would be, but again, it is canvas. So I'm so happy to have this in my collection. So thank you to those who've stayed with me to the end. Let us know in the comments what experiences you had in your Paris trips. I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see how I style all these items and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury unboxing playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!